Всем привет, продолжим проходить Вейка.
Previously on Alan Wake. Under the influence of the dark presence, I wrote a horror story that is coming true. Jagger had been my editor, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. Some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story.
Together we can create something absolutely wonderful.
The leg, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. My mom gave me this old light switch.
The clicker.
Alice is being kept in a dark prison. I need to find Cynthia Weaver to fix this.
It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Наш все же нашел алкаш коп. Пробирается.
Naturally, we hope to break the record set by last year's Moose Fest in our neighboring town, Walgoggrade. Ladies and gentlemen, some people have asked me, what's the big deal about Deer Fest? And I think that this sums it up. It's about friendship and community. We've got a great party coming up, but let's try to hold it in until tomorrow and get through the night in one piece, all right?
I have it. Someone will come for it when the time is right. Thomas said so. He wrote it. The key is insurance. It's my job to keep it safe. Safe in the light. Always in the light. Hello.
All the manuscript pages were gone. The FBI agent had taken them.
I think my tongue just took a crap in my mouth. Ugh. Oh, wait, we're in jail now? Al, this is not good.
That about sums it up.
Ауе. Фу, какая гадость, осуждаю.
Oh, I am never drinking again.
I need to talk to Weaver. She's the one in the song. The Lady of the Light.
What, the crazy lady? Ugh, whatever you say, Al, but we're stuck here. They're not gonna...
interviewed Wake.
I had some reading to do first, Sheriff, and let me tell you, it was an interesting read. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent. There's no way you're walking out of here. You hear me in there, Bret Easton Ellis? Huh?
Agent Nightingale, I want to talk to your superior.
Well, we all want things, Sheriff. I wanted my... Look, that's not possible right now.
Agent Nightingale, I insist. Wake, what's wrong?
Lady, are you stupid? It's a trick. It's an obvious trick.
Okay, I've had enough of this crap. Wake, I'm gonna trust you with this.
You're joking.
Agent Nightingale, your opinion would matter more if you were sober and if I actually believed you were here on official business.
Whoa! Get back in the cell, Stephen King. The only way you're leaving this place is over my dead... Wait a minute. I know this...
Минус придурок.
Oh my god!
Light. We need light. It's the only way to fight this thing.
In my office. I've got your things there. Follow me.
Oh, man! We're sitting ducks with the lights out!
Stay cool. I can get the emergency power on.
А на паре мы тупой болт забили, что ли?
Here are your things. Wake, what do I need to know? What do you need from me?
They can be hurt in the light, only in the light. And I need to find Cynthia Weaver. She can help me stop this.
Light. Check. Cynthia. She lives in the old decommissioned power plant. I can get you there pretty quickly in the rescue chopper. Come on, let's get back to your friend. Wheeler, I need you to stay here.
What? No!
We're going to fetch our ride, but I have friends who need to be warned about this, and I can't be in two places at once. I need your help.
Well, okay.
Here's a list of people and phone numbers. I need you to call them and tell them you have a message from me. Night Springs, okay? They'll know what to do.
Night Springs? Like the TV show? Gotcha. Oh, hey, that radio guy is on the list. Maine. Who's Frank Breaker? He related to you?
My dad.
Hey, is this like a secret society?
Can you do this? You'll be safe here. The backup power's on. These guys need to be alerted, just in case we don't come back.
You'll come back for me though, right?
As soon as we get the chopper ready. Thanks, Wheeler. I owe you one. Okay, let's go, Wake. Through the back.
А где мой прожектор? Что за говно? Почему мне все отняли?
Oh, hell. Whatever took Nightingale must have broken the gate controls. We can't reach the gate's control box from here. We need to get to the other side over the rooftop.
I'll go. I'll open the gate for you once I'm across. You stay here in the light and cover me, Sheriff, okay?
Сама бы шла и доставала. О, еще батарейки.
I needed to reach the rooftop to get to the other side of the broken gate.
Ну, олейник. Больше веры. Тоже достаточно полезно. Фига себе, у него прожектор мощный. Сюки. Минус птицы.
Hey, Sheriff! Your password. Night Springs? What's that all about?
It's a stupid joke we have. That Bright Falls is the original inspiration for the TV show. This town can get weird at times. Never this weird, though. You need to bypass the damaged control box.
What am I, an electrician? Hold on!
Ah, damn! That's smarts.
Good job, Wake. Okay, stick close. Our first stop is the town hall. The keys to the chopper are there. Wake, Cook's on the move.
исчезни, падла. Ёб твою мать. Прям ночь живых мертвецов. Надеюсь, это говно не вернется. Это что у нас? Это фальшиверы. Полезненько. Интересно, как шериф потом будет объяснять убийство мирных граждан в городе? Где не исчезают? О. Более мощный фонарь.
I'm gonna want explanations, you know. For example, what the hell happened to Rose? She's seriously messed up now.
The same thing I think happened to me after I arrived.
During this week, you can't remember?
Oh, I remember now.
Револьвер у меня полный. Это два луча по ним светит, а не один. Типа пофигу, сколько лучей.
Wait, over here! There's light!
успеем туда сбегать. Что-то страниц я тут не наблюдаю. Опять все попрятали, сволочь.
It's an ambush. Все, ты кто? Ты что такое? Собака. Тоже мне, блин. Мани, кожаное лицо. Какой-то слабенький попался.
Let's go, Wake.
Туда пройти нельзя.
Okay, someone's messed with the fuse box here, but you should be able to jury rig it while I find the keys.
I already got electrocuted once today. How about I look for the keys and you get burned for a change?
Fine. They should be in the clerk's office on the other side of the building, near the main entrance.
The message was from Barry. He was getting worried at the station. He wanted us to hurry.
Так вот, жестко. Значит, пулемет дали. Че, ни у кого нет винтовок, что ли, в Америке? Да ладно, я вас умоляю. Другое дело.
Okay, Sheriff, I got the keys.
Что быстро касцену включили, не дали даже вернуться.
Barry?
Why isn't he inside?
Oh god! Oh god!
Barry, look out! Barry, move!
get inside, Wake. He's okay.
Что-то это...
Storefront's blocked. Come on, Wake. Let's go around. We can meet him in the back.
Я бы не был так уверен в сохранности Барри.
We can make it through the bookstore. Wheeler should be waiting for us in the backyard.
Get the hell down or I'll call the sheriff.
Oh, hi, Doc. I've got it. Don't worry about it.
Sarah, about time somebody showed up. All this shooting in the air is idiotic. One of these days they'll kill somebody. And over Deerfest.
I know. Go back to bed. He's got a point, Wake. Look, this town can't take this.
It's me they want. The sooner I get out of here, the sooner you can all get back to life as usual.
I hope you're right. Come on, let me get this door open.
Wait, you got the keys to the bookstore?
Perks of being the sheriff. A girl needs to get around.
Интересно, куда же насует такое количество ключей? Ничего, тут просто пустой этаж, даже ничего нету. Максимально странное говно. Нафиг его было вообще рисовать?
They're really taking advantage of your presence here, Wake. I heard they're selling a lot of your Alex Casey books.
Right now, I'm not a big fan of my own writing. I don't see Barry.
А вот и Барри.
Look, Wake, maybe that's him. That's the way to the chopper.
Это прям как эта игральная площадка из кошмара на улице Вязов. Только не хватает девочек, пляшущих с котиком, водящих в хоровод. Не, за машиной для меня ничего не припрятали. Даже в машину ничего не завезли. Жадные. Надо будет через какое-то время почитать странички все же.
I'm gonna give Pastor Howard a piece of my mind about this lock. Ugh, I told him to get it fixed.
Here they come.
Let's take a flank.
Работяги идут в атаку, чё? Какие они, блин, это, упорные. Бля, больно, если он доходит. Слушай, 2 ударов убивает. Вот же собака злобная. А вроде ни хрена и не было.
I'm gonna give Pastor Howard a piece of my mind about this lock. Ugh, I told him to get it fixed.
Here they come.
Let's take a break.
Damn it, I lost the part!
Omega-3 fatty acids are good for your heart.
Убирайся. Прям больно они бегают. Ну и дофига ресурсов
Okay, it's
тратят
open.
на себя.
Let's go, Wake.
Wow.
We keep them lit all night long on the night before Deerfest.
Why?
Well, it's tradition. We're almost there. We'll have to go through the basement to get to the parking lot.
Yeah, there's no way going through the crypt will turn out to be a bad idea.
Еще кофе.
Guess that one saw the light, huh? didn't like that one? A tough audience. Well, I got plenty more.
What are the Christmas lights for?
Protection, man. Like garlic against vampires.
Vampires.
The helicopter's just across the parking lot and up the hill. Come on.
Ну а чё умно? Надо было все тоже такую гирлянду купить. Зажигать ее периодически.
The Bright Falls General Store is now my favorite place in the entire world. See this headlamp? It's like a superpower. I can just look at one of those things and they die. It's my flaming eye of Mordor. I wish I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Hey, I want a headlamp.
Last one.
Bastard.
When someone throws a damn school bus at your head and you're about to take a helicopter ride with someone who may or may not have a pilot's license, you're cleared for departure to Night Springs. No offense, Sheriff.
Ну, пошли, чё встали? Светит.
Oh, I'm never gonna get used to this.
Еще к такому дерьму привыкнуть.
The helicopter's just up ahead. I'll need a while to prep for takeoff.
Don't take too long. I want to get out of here.
Еще дробовик взять. Все закрыто.
You will never turn back.
We're not ready to go up.
Get ready, I'll hold them off.
Че, мы будем летать сегодня, нет? Да уже час почти готов взлететь. Можно уже взлететь?
Just get me to Weaver, Sheriff.
You're taking a big chance on a local crazy lady, Al. I hope you're right about her, or we can kiss this town goodbye.
Что-то последний раз, когда тут летали вертолеты, эта черная херня все раскидывала как спички. Она сбила 2 или 3 вертолета.
Right, the city's a war zone. King Kong, mutant alligators, and Alex Casey shoots the place up every weekend. Look, I never even carried a gun until a couple of days ago.
Well, my dad used to be a cop there. Tells some pretty wild stories.
Stuff like this?
No, just normal bad stuff. Kinda like your books, Wake. I used to tease Dad that he was just like Alex Casey.
You've read me.
Oh, sure. You're a pretty good writer. A little heavy on the metaphors, maybe.
Nobody's ever said that before.
We're coming up on the power plant. See the lit building over there? And that's the dam further up the river. I can't land here. I'll take her down the road across the river.
Just get me there, Sheriff.
Hold on! Ow!
Минус ноги. Просто поглядеть. Ох, ёпта. Короткий перерыв. Как я вернусь, прочитаем странички. до сих пор не понимаю, что она с самолета близко не бросила. Она обходить
Nightingale
послала.
tried to make sense of the manuscript. It was disjointed and strange. He didn't understand half of it, but it all rang true. Impossibly true. He took out his hip flask when he reached the page that described how he reached the page that made him take out his hip flask. It wasn't the booze that made his mind reel.
Да он пиздец какой тупой. Найтингейл пытался найти смысл в рукописи. Найтингейл пытался найти в рукописи смысл. Она была странной и бессвязной, агент не понимал и половины. Но все выглядело правдоподобно до невозможности. Но все... Фу ты, блядь. Агент не понимал и половины, но все выглядело правдоподобным, до невозможности правдоподобным. Он вытащил фляжку, дойдя до страницы, где описывалось, как он дошел до страницы, из-за которой вытащил фляжку. Мозги плавились не от выпивки. Да.
Nightingale felt the situation veering out of his control, but the gun at least felt steady in his hands. He was ready to fire, resolved that he would let this happen over his dead body. And yet he hesitated. He had seen this moment before, read it in the page. He was transfixed by the déjà vu and the horror that he was a character in a story someone had written. Then the monstrous presence burst in behind him and dragged him into the night.
Найтингейл ощутил, что ситуация выходит из-под контроля, но, по крайней мере, свою пушку он держал крепко. Он был готов выстрелить, решив, что дальнейшее случится только через его труп, и все же заколебался. Он уже видел этот момент, читал о нем на странице. Найтингейла охватило чувство дежавю и ужаса сознания. Он был героем написанной кем-то истории. Кошмарная сущность появилась сзади и утащила агента в ночь.
The darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's face was furious. The story in the manuscript had been making it stronger all the time, but now the light had set the writer free and hurt it, weakened it. It was only a matter of days before the dark presence would be strong again, but meanwhile, it would be difficult to recapture the writer.
Тьма, носившая обличие Барбары Джаггер, была в ярости. Сюжет рукописи все это время прибавлял ей сил, но теперь свет выпустил писателя на свободу, а ей причинил боль, ослабил ее. День-другой темная сущность снова наберется сил, но до того ей будет нелегко снова завладеть писателем.
Cynthia Weaver worked hard, following her obsessive rituals, sometimes fighting them, always giving in to them in the end. She haunted the halls of Bright Falls' abandoned power plant. She marked her caches with light-sensitive paint that could only be seen by eyes that had been touched by darkness and saved by light like she'd been. She was preparing defenses and supply lines for the war she knew would come. The war between the forces of light and darkness.
Синтия Уивер тяжело трудилась, следуя своим маниакальным ритуалам. Иногда она боролась с собой, но в итоге всегда сдавалась. Словно призрак она бродила по залам заброшенной электростанции Брайт Фоллс, отмечала тайники светоотражающей краской, которую могли заметить только глаза тронутого темнотой и спасенного светом, такого же, как сама Синтия. Укрепляла линию обороны и делала запасы на случай войны, которая, Синтия знала, обязательно начнется, и это будет война между силами света и тьмы.
For it to be free, the dark presence needed the writer to finish the story. Again and again, the story let it get frustratingly close to the writer without letting it capture him. It was bound by the events depicted in the manuscript, but it could pursue the writer indirectly, put others on the task, and stop those who would help him. It took over everything in its path, made them its puppets, and sent them after Alan Wake.
Чтобы освободиться, темной сущности нужно было, чтобы писатель закончил роман. Вновь и вновь сюжет романа позволял ей обманчиво близко подобраться к писателю, но не давал завладеть им. Сущность была связана с событиями, описанными в рукописи. Однако она могла преследовать писателя не прямым, а окольным путем, возлагать это дело на других и оставлять тех, кто мог ему помочь. И останавливать тех, кто мог ему помочь. Она захватывала всех, кто встречался ей на пути, превращала в своих марионеток и отправляла по следу Алана Уэйка.
Alice had screamed until she had no voice left to scream. Around her, the darkness was alive. It was cold and wet and malevolent and without end. She was a prisoner, trapped in the dark place. The terror would have burned her mind out, but one thing made her hang on. She could sense Alan in the dark. She could hear him. She could see the words he was writing as flickering shadows. He sensed her too. He was trying to work his way to her.
Элис кричала до тех пор, пока не сорвала голос. Темнота, которая окружала ее, была живой, ледяная, сырая, источавшая злобу темнота, которой не было конца. Элис была пленницей, беспомощной узницей тьмы. Она давно бы уже сошла с ума от невыносимого ужаса, и только одно помогло ей сохранить рассудок. Она чувствовала во тьме Алана, она слышала его, она видела слова, которые он писал, мелькающие тени. Алан тоже чувствовал ее, он попытался пробиться к ней. Я не пойму, он оружие специально выкидывает или что с ним не так?
I had to do something about the chain for the door to open.
Как я тебе открою? Перегрызу, что ли? Кусок говна. То есть все эти записи на стенах и тайники сделала женщина с фонарем. Пока, блядь. Капец. Злые.
And here's a new song from a band that they always remind me of our local rock legends, the old gods. I couldn't tell you why. I guess it's just, yeah, one of those things. Anyway, here's Poets of the Fall and their latest single, War.
Музыка хорошая, зачетная. Одобряю. Да хера себе заброшенная станция. И как я туда?
Power plant glowed in the night. It was close, but I had to find a way across.
Ну, типа... Я типа поздравляю авторов игры, и что это, блядь, поплыву что ли, или что? Или перелечу. Я вроде как только этот писатель. У меня нету крыл. Не Икар. Ты. Получи дроби, кусок говна. Ну тут вроде все обошли, ничего нету. О. Пивас. Надо мост повернуть, да? А, всего-то. Офигевший. Пугает, я чуть не обкакался. Выбежал он. Можно, блядь, поворачиваться, а? А, я понимаю. Типа успеть, пока он это... Пробежать его и выпрыгнуть с другой стороны. Пока он, то есть, крутится на моей стороне, зайти на него и добежать до противоположного конца. Хотя, в принципе, походу, можно вообще никуда не бежать. Тупо остаться на месте. Твою-то мать. Есть там страница, хотя там ни хера не было. Ой, сука. Уи. Помповое ружье такое же. Как у меня. Так, тыкнуть тут ничего нельзя. Может, телек есть? Косплееры сумеречной зоны, это топчик. Прям нет. О, идиоты прилетели. Это вас саппорты, как с этого, с козла молока. Саппортерами. Сейчас бы, блять, с вертолета саппортить. Вот тварь. Все, что ли? Засаппортили огонь. Бля, можно было спрятать огнемет, М16. Там я не знаю, блядь. Что-нибудь автоматическое. К войне готовилось. Понял, дурак. Ёкарный бабай.
I recognized the logo on the power plant sign. I'd seen a version of it painted all over the area, signifying hidden caches of supplies.
Там точно не работает эта станция. Светится как это.
Hold it right there.
Miss Weaver, Cynthia, I'm a friend.
Prove it.
You knew Zane, Thomas Zane. You're the lady of the light in the song. You can help me.
About time. Young man, I've been waiting a very long time for you.
Ты его в самом начале встретила, выжившая из ума дура.
It's in the well-lit room.
Excuse me?
What you'll need to drive the darkness back. The well-lit room is at the dam. I built the room to keep it safe.
Will it help me find Alice? Will it get me back to the cabin? Fine, let's go. I can get my friends to come back with the helicopter.
Oh, we won't go outside. Never at night. That's rule number 1. You've been breaking the rules, young man, and where has that gotten us, No, I have a secret route, a lit route, an old water pipe. Something was damaged at the transformer yard. It's draining all the reserve power. Without it, the pipe will go dark. The power to the yard must be cut.
Let me guess. You want me to do it?
Young man, you're the one who likes to break the rules. I can't be outside in the dark. The kill switch is outside. I have been preparing for these times. The dark tides. You have found my ashes, haven't you? You can see the signs. Very few people can. Yes, please. Take what you need. This is all for you, for the likes of us. We do Tom's work, don't we? Hurry! The switch is on the wall facing the shore.
Блять, почему это делаю я? Позовите армию спасения, кого-нибудь. Что до меня докопались? Сука.
Weaver had sent me to cut the power to the transformer yard. I was willing to do grunt work for her to get her to help me. I hoped Weaver was dependable. I'd stumbled into this crazy world a little over a week ago. She had been living this insanity for decades. I could see the kill switch that would cut the power to the transformer yard. Now I had to find a way to reach it.
Типа понял. Переходим, открываем вот, открываем следующие рычаги. Или нет? Лох.
I could see the kill switch that would cut the power to the transformer yard. Now I had to find a way to reach it. Просто тупо головоломка, да? Типа потыкай, и на ось что-нибудь натыкаешь. Ну так, все лучше двери оставили. С переходами было поинтереснее. Так что совсем как-то тухленько. Ля. Нет, нихуя вот. Мимо, блядь. Вот. Who designs these things?
Сука. Ой, лошара я.
Who designs these things? The transformer yard went dark and dead. Weaver's water pipe passage should now be good to go.
Сейчас понабегут. Привет, Серж. Лох — это личность, обманутая хуесосами, блин, осуждаю. Это ты где вычитал такое определение прекрасное? Понимаю, понял. Открывай, старая дура. Ну, я все выключил, что тебе надо еще, блядь, от меня? Маразматичка, я все выключил, что надо? Я не хочу с тобой никуда следовать. Ты поехавший, ты на пенсию пора.
On him. Such a beautiful man. I was jealous. There was a part of me that was maybe a little glad when she had the accident. And then Tom started writing and woke the darkness up. He tried to bring her back, but you can't do that. There are no free rides like that.
I'm starting to realize that.
In that case, young man, perhaps you're a smarter man than Tom was. The witch looked like her, but it wasn't. Barbara was sweet. He didn't understand until it was too late. He tried to undo it, wrote himself, her, everything he'd ever written out of the world. Oh, he was so famous. And afterward, no one knew. Oh, Tom. He left only one thing behind in my care, in case it happened again. Insurance. He trusted me. Or perhaps used me a little. Tom knew how I felt. Knew I wouldn't refuse him. I built the well-lit room and put it there.
Бывает, ничего страшного. Что-то спал, теперь хер уснешь.
Trapped in a story you have written, and none of us will survive to see the end of it if the darkness isn't stopped. She'll twist the story to her own dark ends.
How do you know all this?
Tom, that's the way he wrote it. He still talks to me. From television, from beyond, from below. We've both been touched by the darkness, young man. He saved us both with light, but the darkness stays with you.
Да, патронами так себе. Нормально.
This pipe will take us directly to the well-lit room.
Okay, I need to call my friends, tell them where we're going. Barry, we're headed to the dam in one of the pipes. Meet us there.
Okay, I'll tell Sarah.
It's Sarah now?
Whoa! No! For the sweet love of...
Barry!
Минус.
Barry! We gotta go see if they're okay.
They're probably dead. You must reach the well-lit room. This is no time to be a selfish idiot.
That's my best friend.
Well, be a fool. I'll use the pipe. I'll meet you at the dam if you make it.
Что за мудак?
At least I didn't have to worry about her. She knew how to stay safe.
Собьешь так все часики, совсем спать не сможешь. Не, я ко мне не заходил, стрим вроде его тоже не видел. Да я понял. Не, я не видел его его стрим, и он ко мне не заходил тоже. Может, проглядел. Воронье. Наверное, или обмораживается, кто узнает. Три минуты перерыв.
Колумб Америку открыл, великий был моряк, но заодно он научил весь мир курить табак. От трубки мира у костра раскуренной с вождем привычка вредная пошла в масштабе мировом.
Минздрав предупреждает.
Курение — это яд.
Минздрав предупреждает. Минздрав предупреждает.
Колумб ни в чем не виноват. Колумб, который Христофор не ведал, что творил.
Немало утекло с тех пор дым сизый наших сил.
Нам слаще аромата роз табачный перегар.
А в дыме вам инфаркт, склероз, рак легких и катар.
Минздрав предупреждает.
Курение — это яд.
Минздрав предупреждает.
Минздрав предупреждает. А Колумб
ни в чем не виноват.
Я лично бросил, не курю. Я бодрый, полон сил. Родной Минздрав, благодарю, что предупредил.
Курильщик, извини меня за грустный каламбур. Курению с нынешнего дня
объявим перекур. Курение — это яд.
Минздрав предупреждает.
А Колумб ни в чем не виноват.
Да, я выбирал, блин. Песня топчик. Нахер я этих мудаков пошел спасать? Минус птица. Лол. Оу. Вообще забавный этот мульт. Я хотел из него себе это поставить, как у всякую хрень анимашки на донаты, но и на подписки.
The crash site looked bad, but as far as I could tell, the wreck was empty.
Ну, их, во-первых, мало, а во-вторых, они что-то не подходят, короче. О.
Barry! Barry! Hang in there, I'm coming!
Говноеды. Нац. Вот собака.
Wake. We were ready to make like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
I have a different ending in mind.
Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
I knew you'd be all right.
How's that?
The flaming eye of Mordor?
Laugh it up, funny man. Didn't we have somewhere to go?
Weaver will meet us at the dam.
Ружье — это хорошо. Наеда, вы где? Три фонаря, блин. Какая-нибудь разорится себе на вебку. Правда, надо свет будет себе ставить все такое. Хотя бы лампу, это ужасно. У тебя рожа начинает загорать прямо от лампы. Козлы, блин.
Was that it? Are we safe?
That was wow. I think we're okay.
Hey, Al,
wait,
I
call
got
the
a bad
elevator.
feeling.
I'm keeping watch. Let's keep
hear
our
something
eyes
moving
open.
around.
Пускай совой, медведь пришел.
Heads up! Here they come!
Oh no! Oh no!
They're coming! We have to hold them off! Keep shooting!
Это все, что ли? Вся волна лохоботов?
Oh no! Oh no! I swear this is the slowest elevator in the world.
It's almost here. Hold on.
Добро бы мной гордился. Айм от бога просто.
We're almost there. There's an entrance into the dam at the top. What's the plan, Wake?
Well, Weaver's crazy, but she's got something Zane left behind. Something to fix this.
Gee, could you be a little more vague?
Thomas Zane? Seriously? Might as well be Paul Bunyan or Bigfoot.
Yeah, well, he was real.
Let's be careful, okay?
Oh, jeez, I hate this.
Okay, Wake. There's a button over there that opens the door. I think something's broken. Hold the button down so we can get in.
Окей, и чё? Блять, что-то сломалось, звоните мастеру. Чё докопались? Ну или так, да.
You guys go ahead and find Weaver. She should be in the dam now. I'll have to make it alone through the top.
Okay, Wake. Good luck. Don't get yourself killed.
Ow! Please, be careful.
I'll take good care of Barry, Wake. You just look after yourself.
You gotta be kidding me.
А я не знаю, что они докопались, чинили, чинили. Вон, есть слесарь, звоните, пусть чинит, блядь.
Down, boy.
Сейчас, сек. Это есть. Ладно, я не думаю, что мне сейчас тут донатить будет, подписываться. Но если будет тут донатить, подписываться вдруг неожиданно, я думаю, все, что ты мне скажешь. Вообще, как бы листочки надо почитать, там парочку я находил. Ну, перед следующей основной точкой почитаем. Да ты поздно пришел, я сегодня. Сегодня же это 5-я глава. Я сегодня 4-ю простримил полностью. Можешь на ютубчике посмотреть запись. Ебать, минус дамба, блять. На YouTube можешь просто посмотреть запись, если интересно будет. Что там вообще, что, если сюжет интересен. Так что ничего страшного. Лайк мне заодно воткнешь. Сука.
I was ridiculously outnumbered. The searchlight could even the odds.
You will go no further.
Сломал, блядь.
Stop now.
Ты, наверное, колокольчик не нажал или вообще не подписан. Сука. Скрипач не нужен. Сука. Блядь, что так далеко?
You made it. Well. Glad I was wrong. But it was a foolish chance to take. Don't worry about the noise. We're safe here. I have looked after the well-lit room for many, many years now. There's no shadow in the well-lit room. The power is fail-safe. All the bulbs are numbered and changed regularly based on their make and model.
Right.
There's an old army base at Great Cove Point, north of here. It was active during the Second World War. They operated here back then. They must have built this.
Yes, they did.
Ну.
Take it, and I won't need to worry about the room anymore.
6, 33, and 118 need changing soon, and I don't want to climb up the ladder to change them because it's very late, and I'm tired. And if you take it, I won't have to do that anymore.
Ебать, он оставил лист.
The page was autobiographical, a memory from my childhood. But I didn't write this. It was a page written by Thomas Zane. None of them were supposed to exist anymore.
Alan, 7 years old, would fight sleep to the bitter end. When he did sleep, he soon woke up, screaming, the nightmares fresh in his mind. One evening, his mother, sitting by his bed, offered him an old light switch. She called it the clicker, and flicking the switch would turn on a magical light that would drive the beast away. To imbue the talisman with all possible power, she added that it had been given to her by Alan's father. Alan never knew him, and anything of his took on mythical proportions in his mind. With the clicker firmly in his hand, Alan finally slept like a baby. Now, almost 30 years later, Alan thought of this as he stood on the rim of Cauldron Lake, the clicker in his hand.
Привет еще раз.
He took a deep breath and jumped.
My mind swirled. I'd given the clicker to Alice, yet it was here. Zane had written it into existence in a story I had written. I can get to her now. I can finish this.
Музыка зачетная тут, кстати. Не надо меня банить.
Previously on Alan Wake, I wrote a horror story that has come true. Thomas Zane did the same in the 70s. The story I had written in the cabin had come true. Touched by the dark presence, I had written a horror story, but the end was still missing. The story was incomplete, and the last unfinished page of the manuscript still sat in the typewriter in the cabin study. If I could get back there, if I could read the page, then I could write my own ending to this story and save Alice.
Роман, который я написал в доме, воплотился в жизнь. Под влиянием томной сущности написал роман ужасов, однако у него до сих пор не было конца. Роман не был завершен, и последняя недописанная страница так и торчала в пишущей машинке в кабинете дома. Если бы я только мог вернуться туда, если бы я только прочел ту страницу, я бы написал собственное окончание и спас бы Элис.
Sarah was almost starting to relax. Maybe they could turn this into a win yet. Suddenly, there was a piercing sound, like a table saw gone wild, as 100 birds made out of shadows swarmed into the rotor. The chopper bucked wildly and the board lit up, telling her what she already knew. They were going down. Barry Wheeler screamed next to her.
Сара была почти готова расслабиться. Может быть, у них все еще получится. Но вдруг с прозрительным верещанием, достойной усмехнувшейся циркулярной пилы, сотни птиц вынырнула из тени и обрушилась на несущий винт. Вертолет резко дернулся, и приборная панель загорелась и показала залу уже очевидно. Они падали. Рядом закричал Барри Уиллер.
Making her way through the water pipe alone, Cynthia was angry at the writer. Foolish young man, taking unnecessary risks. And the way he broke the rules. Didn't he understand what was at stake? Since the terrible days in the 70s, she hadn't wavered once, as hard as it had been. She was tired of protecting the town all these long years, and now only wanted to rest.
В одиночестве, пробираясь по водопроводной трубе, Слинтия злилась на писателя. Молодой человек оказался глупцом. Зачем идти на риск без необходимости? Как он нарушал правила? Неужели не понял, что стояло на кону? Со времен тех ужасных дней 70-х Синтия ни разу не дрогнула, как бы трудно ей не было. За долгие годы она устала защищать город и теперь просто хотела отдохнуть. Собственно, все. На этом 5-ю главу мы закончили. Следующее продолжение будем завтра продолжать. Спасибо, Серж, что смотрел. Спасибо, кто будете смотреть записи. Сидите дома, соблюдайте карантин, берегите себя. Доброй ночи, всем удачи.